Yo, what up guys, I'm Gamer Tunnel, and today we are going to be playing Doki Doki Literature Club again. I already said all this stuff in the last video, so let's get started. Another day passes, and it's time for the club meeting already. I've gotten a little bit more comfortable here over the past couple of days. Entering the club room, the usual scene greets me. Hi Gamer Tunnel. Yo, Sayori. Looks like you're in a good mood today. I'm just still not used to you being in the club, that's all. I see. That's a pretty simple thing to get in a good mood. But I guess it's always a simple thing with things with you, anyway. Speaking of which, I'm kinda hungry. Will you come with me to buy a snack? No thanks. That's not like you at all. I have my reasons. Why don't we take a look at your purse, Sayori? Why that all of a sudden? No reason, really. Did just want to look at it. She was trying to get me to buy her snacks, isn't she? Sayori nervously retrieves her coin purse. She fumbles with the latch and gets it open, then turns it upside down and lets its contents spill onto the desk. Only 2 small coins fall out. I knew it. I can see right through you, Sayori. That's not fair. How did you even know? It's simple. If you had enough money in the first place, you would have bought a snack before coming into the classroom. So either you're not hungry and wanted an excuse to take a walk, or you plan to conveniently forget that you spent all your money so that I would lend you some. But there's one more thing. You're always hungry. And so that only leaves the one option. I give up. Don't make me feel guilty. If you feel guilty, that means you deserve to feel guilty. Where did she come from? I didn't notice that she was listening in. Her face in her book, as always. I wasn't listening or anything. I was just something in my book. Yuri, tell Gamer Tunnel to let me borrow some money. Don't get me involved like that, Sayori. Besides, you should only buy what you can responsibly afford. And frankly, after pulling a mischievous little stunt like that, your suffering is fair enough retribution. I didn't mean that at all. I got too absorbed into my book. What do you like when you speak your mind, Yuri? It doesn't happen much, but it's a fun side of you. There's no way you could think that. You're right though. I did something bad, and now I have to accept the retribution. That! Still, coming from you, Sayori, I guess there's a little devil in all of us, isn't there? What are you implying? I don't like you, Yuri. Don't let her fool you. She already knows exactly what she's doing. After all, she told you guys that she was bringing me to the club before she even told me. But you wouldn't have come if it wasn't for the cupcakes. So I had to trick Natsuki into making them. Come on, give me more credit than that, Sayori. I don't want to ask where that slap happened on her body. I'm not even gonna try to act that out. Out of nowhere, something smacks Sayori. Oh, okay. Out of nowhere, something smacks Sayori in the face and tumbles onto the desk. Ow! What was? A cookie. Sure enough, it's a giant cookie wrapped in plastic. Sayori glances around. Is this a miracle? because I paid my restitution. Retribution. Actually, that one almost worked. Ah, Natsuki, I should have known. I was just gonna give it to you, but then I heard you blab about the cupcakes. That was totally, and it was totally worth seeing your reaction, though. Natsuki, so nice of you. That's so nice of you. Sayori is optimistic about anything that hits her, literally and figuratively. I'm so happy. My nose is broken though, so. Jeez, just eat it. Sayori rapidly tears open the wrapper and takes a big bite. I'm not wanting to. It's so good. That's all I'm saying. Is there a razor blade in there? What? Sayori suddenly claps her hands around her mouth. I bit my tongue. Ah. You're going through a lot over just one cookie. Natsuki takes a bite of her own. Yours looks really good too, Natsuki. Can I try it? Oh no. Jeez. Beggars can't be choosers. But yours is chocolate. Yeah, why do you think I gave you that one? Fine. So I'm really happy that you shared this one with me. Sayori gets out of her seat and goes behind Natsuki and wraps her arms around her. She's gonna steal a bite of the cookie, isn't she? Jeez. I get it. Cookie's still in hand. Natsuki reaches up to nudge Sayori off her. Sayori suddenly leans down and takes a bite out of Natsuki's cookie. Hey! Did you seriously just do that? Sounds like a freaking seal. Mouthful, Sayori trots away to safety. Yuri and I laugh as well. Jeez, you're such a kid sometimes, says the 9-year-old. Monika, can you tell Sayori... Natsuki glances around. Monika isn't in the classroom. Where's Monika anyway? Good question. Have any of you heard anything about her being late today? Not me. Yeah, I haven't either. It's a bit unusual. I hope she's okay. Of course she's okay. She's probably just got something to do today. She's pretty popular after all. You don't think she has a... I wouldn't be surprised. She's probably more desirable than all of us combined. That's true. Excuse me? Suddenly the door swings open. Speak of the devil. I knew it. Sorry, I'm super sorry. There you are. I didn't mean to be late. I hope you guys weren't worried or anything. Monika chose the club over her boyfriend after all. You're so strong-willed. I think we got it all wrong. But boyfriend? What on earth are you talking about? Monika quizzically glances at me. I can't speak. I can't say that word. I don't know how to say it. Never mind that. What held you up anyway? Well, my last period today was study hall. To be honest, I kind of lost track of time. That makes no sense, though. You would have heard the bell at least. I must have not heard it since I was practicing piano. Piano? I wasn't aware you played music as well, Monika. I don't really. I just started recently. Sorry. Sore throat. I've always wanted to learn piano. It's so cool. You should play something for us, Monika. She's like a happy little 5-year-old. Why does Monika keep looking at me? Monika looks at me. Maybe once I get a little bit better, I will. Yay! That sounds cool. I think that's what it said, didn't it? I'd also look forward to it. Is that so? In that case, I won't let you down, Gamer Tummel. Monika smiles sweetly. I didn't mean any pressure or anything like that. I don't know why, but I get a creepy vibe from her every time she stands up like this, when she's just like straight up looking dead into my soul. Sorry, I had to take a swig of water. Don't worry. I've been practicing a whole lot recently, and I'd really love the chance to share it once I'm ready. Heh. I see. In that case, best of luck. Thanks. So I didn't miss anything, did I? No, not really. I choose to leave out Sayori's mischievous escapade. I'm sure Natsuki will end up complaining to her anyway. Looks like everyone has already settled down. Sayori somehow already finished her entire cookie. That was fast. Yuri's back to her book, and Natsuki disappeared into the closet. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a little bit more. Man, Yuri apparently is the go-to for my character. But at the same time, I would feel bad for distracting her from reading. I catch a glimpse of the cover of her book. Looks like the same book that she lent to me. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages. Oh. Hi. Crap. I think she noticed me looking at her. She sneaks another glance at me, and our eyes meet for a split second. But that only makes her hide her face deeper in her book. Sorry, I was just spacing out. I muttered this, sensing I made her uncomfortable. Oh, it's fine. If I was focused, then I probably wouldn't have noticed in the first place. But I'm just rereading a bit of this, so... This book you gave me, right? I wanted to reread some of it. Not for any particular reason. Just curious how it would... Just curious, how come you have 2 copies of the same book? Well, when I stopped by the bookstore yesterday... that's not what I meant. I just wanted to buy 2 of them. I just happened to buy 2 of them. I see. Sorry that I'm crappy at acting all this out, it's just that I don't want to have to do girl voices. There's something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decided to let it go. I'll definitely start reading it soon. I'm glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's a very engaging and relatable story. Is that so? What's it about anyway? Well, Yuri closes the book and scans her eyes over the back. The book is titled Portrait of Markov. There's an ominous looking eye symbol on the front cover. Alright. I just wanted to make sure I don't accidentally give anything away. Basically, it's about this girl in high school who moves in with her long-lost younger sister. But as soon as she does, her life gets really strange. She gets targeted by these people who escaped from a human experiment prison. And while her life is in danger, she needs to desperately choose who to trust. No matter what she does, she ends up destroying most of her relationships, and her life starts to fall apart. It's kind of dark, isn't it? Yuri made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so that dark turn came from nowhere. Yuri gently giggles all of a sudden. Are you not a fan of that sort of thing, Gamer Tummel? No, it's not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy those kind of stories, so don't worry. I hope so. By the way, I bumped my mic, so if that screwed up the audio, I'm sorry. Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri is into those things. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. It's just those kind of stories. They challenge you to look at life from a strange new perspective. When horrible things happen, not just because someone wants to be evil, but because they have their own goals and their own philosophy that they believe in. And suddenly, when you thought you related to the protagonist, they're made out to be the naive one for letting their own one-sided morals interfere with the villain's plans. I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again. I'm sorry. Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything. Well, I guess it's alright then. Why does she keep saying sorry? But it feels like I should let you know that I have this problem. When I let things like books or writing fill my thoughts, I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. So I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. Again, stop saying sorry. You've said it about 15 times in this one conversation. Please stop me if I start talking too much. I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. The least I can do is reading. It's literature club after all. That's true. In fact, might as well start reading it, right? You don't have to. What are you saying? Just a moment ago you said you were looking forward to it. Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieved the book that I put into my bag. Alright. It's fine if I sit here, right? I slip into the seat next to Yuri's. Yeah, Yuri seems like a very... She seems very uncomfortable. Are you sure? Seeming a little apprehensive. I'm sorry. Stop saying sorry! You say sorry too much. Stop it. That I don't want to. It's just something I'm not very used to. That is, reading in company with someone. I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything. Alright. Open the book and start the prologue. You soon understand what Yuri means by reading in company. It's as if you can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not a particularly bad thing. I can't say that word. Maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri's in the corner of my eye. I realize she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. Looks like she's reading from my book instead. Sorry. Stop saying sorry. You say sorry too much. Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't you? Yeah, I do. I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean, here, this should work, right? Slide my desk until it's up to against Yuri's, and then I hold my book more between the two of them. I suppose so. Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we each lean in a little bit more, our shoulders are almost touching. It feels like my left arm is in the way, so I instead use my right hand to hold the book open. I guess this kind of is difficult to turn the pages. Here. Okay then. Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and her forefingers. I do the same with my right arm and on the right side of the book. That way I turn a page, Yuri slides it under her thumb after it flips to her side. But in holding it like this, we're huddled even closer than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. It's as if I could feel the warmth of Yuri's face, and she's in the corner of my vision. Are you ready? To turn the page. Sorry. I think I just got a bit distracted for a second. I glance over to Yuri's face again, and our eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her. That's okay. You're not as used to reading, right? Yeah, as I said in my first episode, I shouldn't be in this club. I can barely even talk, let alone read. Sorry if that screwed up the audio. You're not used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. It's probably the least I can do, since you've been so patient with me. Yeah, thanks. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she finishes the page before me, so I turn it by my own volition. I think that's what it said. I can't remember. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning the page almost feels like an intimate exchange. How does turning pages with another person feel like an intimate exchange? I don't think the character I'm playing has ever talked or done anything with a girl. With them gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it under her own thumb. Hey Yuri, this might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit. You think so? How does she? Well, I guess she's more blunt in a lot of ways, but she also second guesses all the things that she says and does. Like she's afraid she'll do something wrong. It's not like I can see into your head or anything, but they're kind of reminiscent of some of your mannerisms. I see. Yuri remained silent for a moment, but Gamer Tummel, it's probably a terrible thing to have in common with her. That's so embarrassing that you think that. Wait, didn't mean it in a bad way or anything. Sorry, I really didn't realize you were so self-conscious about that sort of thing. Jeez. I guess I'm more meant that it's kind of cute. What are you saying all of a sudden? I just hate this. I don't know why. I hate that. I just hated reading that text. Okay, everyone. I think it's about time we shared today's poems with each other. Oh, great, this. We might not have enough time if we wait too long. Yuri inhales, spared from finishing her thoughts. Is that alright, Yuri? You look kind of down. I'm sorry if you haven't been looking forward to this. It's fine. Yuri releases her hand from her book, causing it to close on top of her thumb. Alright. I guess I'll do some more reading tonight. Or would you prefer I only read it with you? I guess I don't have too much of preference either way. In that case, I'll read a little bit more tonight. It'll be more fun to read with you after it picks up a bit, you know? That's good reasoning. In that case, feel free to finish the first 2 chapters in your own time. Alright. I stand up, and I make a mental note of where I left off in the book, then I slip it back into my bag. Okay, let's see. Who do I want to get judged on first? Why not Natsuki? She's the most judgmental out of them all. It's not really any worse than your last one. Don't know if that's an insult or anything. But I can't really say it's any better either. I think that's an insult. Phew. Huh? Phew what? Well, that isn't a train wreck. I'll take that as a win. And I get the feeling you're probably the most critical. Hey, what makes you think... Wait, maybe that was a compliment? Glad to see someone recognizes my experience. Well then, keep practicing and maybe you'll be as good as me. I can't speak. That's something tells me Natsuki completely missed the point. Come to think of it, it kind of reminds me of Sayori's poems from yesterday. You think so? Yeah, well, I guess if you've been friends with her for so long, you might be on the same wavelength. But you never really struck me as her type. Sayori has a type all of a sudden? Well, I don't know, but honestly, how can someone Fluffy spend so much time with someone like you? It's like she's dragging around dead weight. Ooh! Oof! Oof! Natsuki, jeez! Why are you so mean to me? Then again, it's a 9-year-old insulting probably a 17-year-old, so... That was a little unnecessary. But think of it this way, if it weren't for me, she would probably just fly away like letting go of a balloon. You could say we take care of each other in our own way. Whatever it is, I don't get it. Oh yeah, I guess I'm supposed to show you my poem. Here. Amy likes spiders. You know what I heard about Amy? By the way, this is way longer. I like it. Oh, gee, it's way longer. Jeez. You know what I heard about Amy? Amy likes spiders. Ickly, wriggly, hairy, ugly spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a cute singing voice. I heard her singing my favorite love song. Every time she sang the chorus, my heart would pound to the rhythm of the words. But she likes spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. One time, I hurt my leg really bad. Amy helped me up and took me to the nurse. I tried to not let her touch me. She likes spiders, so her hands are probably gross. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a lot of friends. I always see her talking to people. She probably talks about spiders. What if her friends start liking spiders too? That's why I'm not friends with her. It doesn't matter if she has other hobbies. It doesn't matter if she keeps it private. It doesn't matter if she doesn't hurt anybody. It's gross. She's gross. The world is better off without spider lovers. And I'm gonna tell everyone. Eh. Sure, that was a poem. It sounded more like you were insulting Amy, whoever she was. So what if she likes spiders? Don't make her mad, she'll sick one on you. Not bad, right? It's quite a bit longer than yesterday's. Yesterday's was way too short. I was just warming up. I actually think that the yesterday's was actually slightly better. Hope you didn't think that was the best I could do. No, of course not. Anyway, this message is pretty straightforward in this poem. I doubt I have to explain it. Sometimes you can explain complicated issues with such simpler analogies, and it helps people realize how stupid they're being. Like, anyone would agree that subject of this poem is an ignorant jerk. Do you know people like that? Of course, it's about how everyone thinks It doesn't matter. It can be about anything. I wrote it to be easy to relate to. Everyone has some kind of weird hobby or guilty pleasure. Why do you know this? How do you know? How do you even know what that means? You're so little. Something that you're afraid if people find out they'd make fun of you or think less of you. But that just makes people stupid. Who cares what someone likes as long as they're not hurting anyone and it makes them happy? Hold on a second. What? In your poem, you were insulting Amy for being a spider lover. And saying it doesn't matter if she doesn't hurt anybody. Or if she's happy with it. What? Were you writing it in the perspective of her bully? I think people really need to learn to respect others for liking weird things. Well, you're definitely right. At least I can relate to that. And I'm sure a lot of people can too. It's what I do best, after all. I don't like writing unless there's good messages to take away from it. Like, conveying emotion is important, but I want people to think, not just feel. Remember that. I'm gonna write a good one for tomorrow, too, so look forward to it. I won't. Why not? Yours is probably gonna be about breakfast again. Oh, God, okay. Gamer Tummel. I really love your poems. That's... can't believe you've been hiding this from me. Hiding what? That I can't write or read? I'm not hiding anything. But your poems are so good. Yesterday's and this one too. You can't tell me you haven't done this before. I mean, you're really the only one who feels that way, so... no way. Not even Natsuki? Well, I guess Natsuki is least likely to admit how she likes something. But I don't think it's that. What do you mean? Well, I guess I'll be honest about it. It's a lot easier to write poems when I'm thinking about... when I'm thinking about you. Oh, jeez. Sorry, I hit my mic there. It's a lot easier to write poems when I'm thinking about you. That sounds like a flirtatious thingy. That's a Sayori phrase right there. An awkward standpoint. Whoa, wait. Whoa. Stop thinking weird things, idiot. I just mean that you're a really expressive person, I guess. How am I supposed to write poems about my own stupid life? But you somehow make everything in your life an adventure. Like trying to steal people's cookies. Even the little things. Like cooking. Let's not talk about that, you pyromaniac. So yeah, this what I'm saying is that I can feel more feelings through you than I can through myself. We have that kind of weird connection. It's your fault for getting in my business all the time. I don't know if I understand. You never understand when I try to explain things to you, do you, Sayori? I pat Sayori's head. Hey, I'm not a kid, you know you are. Sure about that? Maybe. Sayori starts fiddling with her pencil between her hands. Hey, gamer Tummel. Will you give me your poem? I kinda wanna keep it. Why? Because, well, it's the first time you've written something for me. Sure, you completely misunderstood. I didn't write this for you. Are you even listening anymore? Well, whatever. I'll give it to you when we go home. Really? Snap! Ah! I broke my pencil! 5-year-old emotions engage. Bends down to pick up the piece she dropped. But being inattentive of her surroundings, she bumps right into me. Sorry. It's fine, Jesus. I'll get it for you. I bend down and pick up the broken pencil. Clutches the desk beside her to support herself, knees shaking. I'm really clumsy today. Let's sit down, Sayori. Yeah. Grab Sayori's arm and help her into the desk. Anyway, I still haven't read your poem. Oh, sorry, I forgot about that. But it's not as good as yours. Jeez, don't worry, I took it from a book. I'm sure I'll like it. I mean more. Bottles I pop off my scalp like the lid of a cookie jar. What? Whoa, wait, what? I pop off my scalp like the lid of a cookie jar. What a way to express how you scalped yourself. It's a secret place where I keep all my dreams, little balls of sunshine all rubbing together like a bundle of kittens. I reach inside with my thumb and forefinger and pluck one out. It's warm and tingly, but there's no time to waste. I put it in a bottle and keep it safe, and I put the bottle on the shelf with all the other bottles. Happy thoughts and bottles, all in a row. My collection makes me lots of friends, each bottle a starlight to make amends. Sometimes my friends feel a certain way. Down comes a bottle to save the day. Night after night, more dreams. Friend after friend, more bottles. Deeper and deeper my fingers go, like exploring a dark cave, discovering the secrets hidden in the nooks and crannies, digging and digging, scraping and scraping. It sounds like you're scraping out your brains more than thoughts and dreams. I blow dust off my bottle caps. It doesn't feel like I'm elapsed, like time elapsed. My empty shelf could use some more. My friends look through my locked front door. Finally all done, I open up. In come my friends. In they come in such a hurry. Do they want my bottles that much? I frankly pull them from the shelf, one after the other, holding them out to each and every friend, each and every bottle. But every time I let one go, it chatters against the tile between my legs. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts in shards all over the floor. They were supposed to be for my friends. My friends aren't smiling. They're all shouting, pleading, something. All I hear is echo, 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 echo inside my head. Probably because you don't have any more brains. Yeah, holy crap. Sorry, did you really write this? Of course I did. Didn't I tell you yesterday I was gonna write the best poem ever? Yeah, but I mean, I didn't expect something like this coming from you. Monika taught me a whole lot. I've been really in touch with my feelings recently. Is that a bad thing? Because with what I heard, it sounds like you're scraping out your brains to help other people. I see that. It's almost kind of creepy. Yeah. Creepy? Well, not exactly. Maybe because I'm used to you being so cheerful. Well, never mind. I'm thinking too hard about it. The point is, it came out good, so you should be proud of it. Aw, thanks. I feel like I was meant to express myself this way. It even helps me understand my own feelings in a little bit better. I swear I don't have a stutter. I just can't read. Writing is like magic. You've gotten pretty passionate about this, huh? I hope you keep it up. Yeah, writing's the best. I'm gonna keep writing until I die. Don't get ahead of yourself, yeah. Suri always had a habit of getting obsessed with something before dropping it in no more than a week later. I wonder if this is one of those times. Maybe not, but seeing the passion in her eyes makes it hard for me to be pessimistic. I'll leave the creepiest for last. Let's see how long this takes for you. Let's see what you've written for today. It's just the poem with a surprised expression on her face. Do you like it? Gamer Tumble. How did you pick up on this so quickly? Just yesterday I was telling you all the kind of text needs worth practicing. Maybe that's why you did a good job explaining? I really wanted to try giving it more imagery. Yuri visibly swallows. Even her hands appear sweaty. I'm not used to this. Used to what? I don't know. It's fine, take your time. Yuri breathes and collects her thoughts. I know that Yuri likes to think before she speaks, so I offered that patience to her. Yeah, just being appreciated like this, I guess. This probably sounds really stupid, but seeing someone motivated by my writing, it just makes me really happy. You're saying you've never shared your writing before? Yuri nods. Really? I don't believe it. Really only write for myself. And besides, people would just laugh at me. Do you really think that? Again, Yuri nods. Huh. Even your close friends? Yuri doesn't respond to that. I wonder why. Anyway, do you want to share your poem, the poem you wrote today? Yeah, I do. If it's with you. That rhymed. Okay, let's see if I can even read this in this really mystical language of cursive that I can't read. The raccoon. It happened in the dead of night while I was slicing bread for a guilty snack. My attention was caught by the scuttering of a raccoon outside my window. That was, I believe, the first time I noticed my strange tendencies as an unordinary human. Psychopath. I give the raccoon a piece of bread, my subconscious well aware of the consequences, well aware the raccoon that is fed will always come back for more. The enticing beauty of my cutting knife was the symptom. The bread, my hungry curiosity, the raccoon on urge. The moon increments its phase and reflects that much more light off my cutting knife. The very same light that glistens on the eyes of my raccoon friend. I slice the bread, fresh and soft. The raccoon becomes excited. On purpose, I'm merely projecting my emotions onto the newly satisfied animal. The raccoon has taken to following me. You could say that he's given me quite used to each other. We've gotten quite used to each other. The raccoon becomes hungry more and more frequently, so my bread is always handy. Every time I brandish my knife, the raccoon shows me its excitement. A rush of blood, classic Pavilion conditioning. I slice the bread and I feed myself again. Huh? Hold on, let me think. For one, why were you talking so much about the knife you were brandishing? Because it sounds like you were going to kill the raccoon. And two, did you? Because you said, I feed myself again. Or are you a cruel human being saying you slice the bread in front of the raccoon starving outside and eat it in front of it? Either way, all options are bad. I was a little more daring with this one than yesterday's. I can see that. It's a lot more metaphorical. I don't know if it's my fault, but I can't begin to imagine what this poem is about. That's right. It's a bit closer to my preferred writing style, really. Using the poem as a canvas to express vivid imagery and conveying emotions through them. Yeah, if I take it at face value, then I can't even figure out what it's supposed to mean. Well, I think it's something that different people can relate to in their own way. I wanted to express the way it feels for me to indulge in my more unusual hobbies. It's those sort of things I'm usually forced to keep to myself. So I sometimes enjoy writing about them. Huh. It's funny. Didn't Natsuki also write something like that? About someone being ridiculed for a strange interest? That she did? Yeah. She was talking about it, how it doesn't matter what you're into as long as you're not hurting anybody. She's right. I mean, does she really feel that way? Yeah. Sounds like you do have that in common. That's interesting. To me, she seemed like the kind of person who would make fun of my hobbies. But I suppose that's my fault for judging, isn't it? Please don't tell her I said that. Don't worry, I have no reason to. Okay. Well, thank you for sharing it with me. After all, if I hadn't learned to embrace my own weirdness, I'd probably hate myself. I might be ranting a little bit now, but I'm glad that you're a good listener. I was kind of scared of her poem. But yeah, I was just about to say, wait, isn't that the same thing that Natsuki wrote about? About to bring that up. Hi again, Gamer Tummel. I hate that you stand like that. How's the writing going? Alright, I guess. I'll take that. As long as it's not going bad. I'm happy that you're applying yourself. Maybe soon you come up with a masterpiece. Wouldn't count on that. You never know. Want to share what you wrote for today? Sure, here you go. I give my poem to Monika. Alright. Great job, Gamer Tummel. I was going ooh in my head while reading it. Who goes ooh in their head? It's really metaphorical. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. What are my poems? Can I see what my poems are? Like how they're written? Because all I pick is random words that go with some kind of genre, and next thing I know, apparently I read a poem from that. I guess I underestimated you. It's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That way, it always counts when I put in some effort. Okay, there we go. Jeez. That's not very fair. Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know that Yuri likes that kind of writing, right? Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism. Unlike Sayori, who likes using simple and direct words to describe happiness and sadness. Yuri likes it when the readers are left to derive their own meaning out of it. It's very challenging to write like that effectively, both allowing people to get something out of it just by feel, or letting them deeply analyze all of the nuances. It can take years of practice. While I'm assuming Yuri has it this point. I never really asked though. I'm sure I'm nowhere near her level yet. By the way, I'm so sorry I can't read. I keep trying to speed through it to read it, but it's not really working out that way. Don't worry so much about it. Or about that, jeez. You do your own thing. Just keep exploring and learn by trying new things. But anyway, you want to read my poem now? I like the way this one turned out, so I hope you do too. Alright, let's take a look. Save me. Don't like that one. The colors, they won't stop. Bright, beautiful colors, flashing, expanding, piercing, red, green, blue, an endless cacophony of meaningless noise. The noise, it won't stop. Violent, grating waveforms, squeaking, screeching, piercing, sine, cousin, tangent. Like playing a chalkboard on a turntable while playing a vino on a pizza crust. An endless poem of meaningless. Load me? Huh? Hold up. Wait, what? Save me. Load me? What do you mean, load you? Oh, I thought she was closer. Jeez. It's even more abstract than your last one, huh? What did she mean by load me? I guess it's just the way I write. I'm sorry if you don't like it. No, I never said that. Just kind of a thing I've never really seen before, I guess. I kind of like playing with my space on the paper. Choosing where and how to space your words can totally change the mood of the poem. It's almost like magic. The way I wrote the lines really short makes it feel like they're trying to speak over the noise. I see. It's still hard for me to tell what it's about though. Sometimes asking what a poem isn't the right question. What it's about is a question. A poem can be as abstract as a physical expression of feeling or conversation with the reader. So putting it that way, not every poem is about something. Anyway, here's Monika's writing tip of the day. Sometimes you'll find someone's running outside my house. Sometimes you'll find yourself facing a difficult decision. When that happens, don't forget to save your game. Wait, what? Wait. Don't forget to save your game. She's breaking the fourth wall. I don't like that. You never know when you might change your mind, or when something unexpected may happen. I'm gonna listen to her. I'm gonna save my game right now. I'm gonna just do that. Wait, is this tip even about writing? What am I even talking about? That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Okay, everyone. We're all done reading each other's poems, right? I have something extra planned for today, so if everyone could come sit down at the front of the room. This is about the festival. Well, sort of. Do we have to really do something for the festival? It's not like we can put something together, anything good in a few days. We'll just end up embarrassing ourselves instead of getting any new members. That's a concern of mine as well. I don't really do well with last minute preparations. Don't worry so much. We're going to keep it simple, okay? We won't need much more than a few decorations. Suri has been working on posters, and I've designed some pamphlets we can give out during the events. Okay, that's great and all. That doesn't tell us how we're actually going to be doing for the event. Sorry, I thought you heard about it already. We're going to be performing. Performing? Monika? Yeah, we're going to have a poetry performance. What is that even? Each of us are going to choose a poem to recite during the event. But the cool part is we're cool. It's not like one of those really old teachers trying to be hip with the kids. We're also going to let anyone else come up and recite poems too. Suri's putting it all on all the posters in case anyone wants to prepare ahead of time. Suri, who's been coloring a poster, holds it up for us to see. Are you kidding me, Monika? You didn't already start putting these posters up, did you? Well, I did. Did you really think it's that bad of an idea? Well, no. It's not a bad idea. But I didn't sign up for this, you know? There's no way I'm going to be performing in front of a group of people like that. I agree with Natsuki. I can never, in my life, do something like that. Imagine it. Yuri shakes her head in fear. Guys. No, Sayori. I understand where they're coming from. Remember that Natsuki and Yuri have never shared their poems with anyone until a couple days ago. It's a lot to ask for them to recite their poems out loud to a whole room full of people. I guess I've kind of overlooked that. So, I'm sorry. But I still think we should give it our best. Stop doing that. The only ones responsible for the fate of this club. If we start the event and each put in good a performance, then it might inspire others to do the same. And the more people who perform, the better we'll be able to show everyone that what literature is all about. Yeah! It's all about expressing your feelings, being intimate with your... finding new horizons, and having fun. That's right. And it's those reasons that we are all in this club today. Not for me. I kinda got tricked into it. Don't you want to share that with others? To inspire them to find the same feelings that brought you here in the first place? Again, I was tripped into here. I know you do. I know we all do. And if all that takes is standing in front of a room for 2 minutes and reciting a poem, then I know you can do it. Natsuki and Yuri remain silent. Sayori looks worried. I guess that leaves me no choice. I agree, I don't think it's too much to ask. I think that Sayori and Monika have been trying really hard to get new members. The least we can do is help them out a little bit. Well, maybe, but it looks like Natsuki doesn't have any argument left. Okay, fine. It's all... guess I'll just have to get over with it. Get it over with. Alright. Phew. Thanks, Natsuki. What about you, Yuri? Yuri dejectedly glances around at everyone else's expectant faces. I can't read. I guess I don't really have a choice. That's everyone. You're the best, Yuri. This club is seriously going to be the death of me. I didn't like that. You'll be fine, Yuri. But anyway, let's move on to the main event. I want each to choose a poem of yours. We're going to practice reciting them in front of each other. No way. Monika, this is too sudden. Well, if you can't recite your poems in front of the club, how do you expect to do it in front of strangers? Oh no. Don't worry. I'll start off to help everyone feel a little bit more comfortable. Can I go next? Of course. Now let's see. Okay, well, I'm hitting my mark for today for the time, so I'm gonna leave it here for today. I'll pick this back up in the next video. A couple of things before I log off. Monika has to have some kind of bigger part in this, because she just did fourth wall breaking with like telling the player themselves to save the game. And then Yuri said something that kind of was scary, that made me think possibly something's going to happen with her later on in the game. But right now that's also speculation, but I swear Monika has to be something bigger in this game. But other than that, that's all for today, folks. See you in the next video. Logging off.